It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be our visitors taking on our home team. On the visiting sideline, their head coach. His guys 1-0 following the season-opening win last Sunday. His counterpart on the other side, the head coach of the home team. His guys, on the other hand, weren't as fortunate in the opener, so they'll look for their first win here at home in week 2. The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by a man in his sophomore campaign as the quarterback.
And he was terrific in the opener, threw 3 touchdown passes, and make no mistake about it, he was eager to get right back out and do it again. So I think we'll see him try to test the secondary quite a bit as this game goes on.
4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Second and 6 at the 31-yard line.
Now the first carry here for the running back. And he'll push forward for a couple to the 34. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. He'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. Well, the contact well-timed there, and now 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw 1 touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
We can look at this defense, and they find themselves just outside the top 10 in the league against the pass, currently bringing up the number 11 spot.
And I think with as good as their coverage is, and they're also excellent tacklers, they try to keep things in front.
And he can't escape, and down he goes. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9.
2 plays so far, run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on 3rd. 3rd and 20. Here's Thomas. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack.
There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he'll get this across midfield to the 48. The numbers for him from a week ago. Charles, how do you think he ran the football?
I thought he definitely had his moments. I did think that they could have utilized him a little bit better, and I'm definitely going to keep an eye on him to see how they're going to use him this week.
And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. 11 yards there, 1st down.
At the 38-yard line.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's second down. The defense, they brought the house. That O-line, they were overwhelmed.
To put it mildly, because they didn't have enough bodies to block all the guys that came at them. Their best move, how they would have been better served, just turn around and yell, "Look out!" Because here they come.
They'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on first and 10. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with the defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. They'll look to throw here. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Their mobile quarterback. His 4th touchdown on the year. And his guys have taken a first-quarter lead. And maybe the defense got so caught up in him throwing the football, they forgot he can take off too.
And you often hear about the quarterback being the unaccounted-for guy as a runner. Well, even on the passing play, he's unaccounted for as a runner, and he turned it into a nice game.
A very nice run, and it turns into 6 points. The extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. And able to get this out to the 25. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
To throw is Thomas. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 17.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that nearly intercepted. Well, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's 4th down. They bring their punter out there now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
He'll wind up getting 2 there as he does it himself and picks up the first. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. He'll get this down to the 48-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. 3rd and 9 here. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
38-yard line.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. So that'll be no better than an incompletion. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. Those hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle. Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further. That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
Well, we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
Well, now how about this return? And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 40, right around the 39, so solid starting field position. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll be brought down just shy of 45. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 20 carries, 63 yards, and a touchdown.
It's a pretty mediocre week for him on the ground. Certainly a boon to his offense if he can get a little more output on his touches this week. He should get some more early carries as his team tries to get him into a rhythm.
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Incomplete. Intended for his wideout. It's now 2nd and
Thomas will look to throw. In trouble, and he's taken down. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Second quarter now, and it's our home team with possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now Thomas. Caught by Green on the out route. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Up the middle they go. Clark. And he'll get this one down to about the 17.
He's taken down at the 17-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup.
Green, the tight end, in motion. From the the 17. Thomas. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down. Operating from the gun, Thomas. The quick slant caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. The drive stays alive, a third down gain of 8. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now they'll put a receiver in motion left. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. Second and goal.
Second and goal at the 4-yard line.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And that is well read there defensively. He was looking to use his speed to get the edge, but they said no way. And this offense on third down today, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is third and goal. And he is going to go down back at the 11-yard line. A tough time to take the sack. Now it's fourth and goal, and that's a loss of 6. Well, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point of drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. The best way to do it, touchdowns.
Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. That'll give him 8 that time. And third and 1 now.
A gain of 8 yards. And it's third down.
Hands it off out of the gun. Oh, fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. 94 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
Result is a first down.
Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's first and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And it's caught. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1.
10 yards on the pickup. It's second and inches.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage.
Sets up first down and goal to go.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great play there. His second rushing touchdown on the year. And his guys are going to add on to their lead.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Makes the score
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 17-3. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
They'll keep it on the ground. Clark. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
3rd down.
It's a quarterback sneak. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Give him 2 on the play there. And that'll give him a first down.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it and move forward and pick up the first down.
And as we say often, it shows confidence in your offensive line. Back to throw now on 1st down. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
For number 85, incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
On 2nd and 10, Thomas. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
To number 24. It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. They overload him that time with a safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7. And they'll send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And the punt goes out of bounds, so no chance to bring it back, and they will spot it at the 24-yard line. The visitors' offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Now he's going to step, and he's going to lose a yard or 2, taken down behind the line. It was the safety blitz that ultimately did the job, and they're going to credit him with a sack. And this is a quarterback who's already had success on the ground in this first half, but this time they're able to hem him in.
And it's always different when you rush a mobile quarterback as opposed to a guy you know will be right back in the pocket. In this case, you got to make sure the inside pressure and the outside pressure match, and maybe even a second wave to make sure if he squirts free, you got someone to tackle him.
And that's good for a gain of 6, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
Yeah, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Back to throw again. Room to maneuver at the 35. And finally taken down at the 34. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Again, he'll drop to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds.
First down. A gain of 14. Results in a first down.
They'll look to throw again. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Now 2nd and 3. They'll set up a throw. They'll wind up losing a full 10 yards on the play. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. And now the clock will stop as he's able to get up and spike it here. And for the 2nd time this half, on comes the field goal unit here. He connected on his first. This time it's 39 yards away. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. Going underneath to the tight end, Green. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Here's 2nd and 3. The final shot before break. Thomas. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So everyone's eager to resume play here this Week 2 contest, so we push right through halftime and back at it for the start of quarter 3. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. This offense ready to go to begin this 3rd quarter. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
2nd down, 8 to go from the 28. Looking to throw. Thomas. He finds his man, complete. It's Gomez. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They'll run on first down. It's Clark. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49. From just shy of midfield, here's a 2nd down and 9. Operating from the gun, Thomas. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. That is caught. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
On first down, it's Clark. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Taken down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. It's caught. Mitchell. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
They'll run on first down. It's Clark. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. From the 23, here's the 2nd and 9. They'll cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. And that will be incomplete. Oh, he left that one in a bad spot, but fortunately it's just an incompletion and not picked to bring up 4th down.
Chandler Catanzaro on for the field goal. A 42-yard attempt.
And Catanzaro's kick is right through, and that will close the gap down to 14. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing. All right, they didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need them to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. 1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 26-yard line.
And he will find his man on the outside. They'll come up facing 3rd and 5.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3 and out.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job.
And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. A big play there. His first touchdown of the new season. And his guys have made this a 1-score game now. Charles, there aren't really any slow receivers, but there's fast and then really fast. He's really fast, and he showed off the afterburners there.
And that he is, because when he took off, I was thinking there's no chance that he can actually reach him with that pass. Yet he did, and he's still sprinting. And just think about what that does for everyone else on his team, because his ability to stretch a field opens things up for the rest of the receivers on the team.
Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Able to slither by. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Still enjoying the lead here in the 3rd quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Result is a 1st down.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
38-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And the defense on him quickly there as they stop him at the 40 for a gain of just 2.
At the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 2 yards.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
And a 1st down. A gain of 12. And a 1st down.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Second down and 6 now.
It's now second and 6.
Inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
114 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Results in a first down.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Yeah, he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Just need a yard here. Second and 1.
Brings up second and a yard.
The give to the fullback on the dive. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
It's a loss of a yard.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there. Escapes the defender. He'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on second and goal.
Brings up second and goal at the 7-yard line.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on third and goal.
It's now third and goal.
Now back to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown grab as his guys are able to extend their lead. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his second season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14.
13.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Now he'll tuck this and run.
And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports as we're about ready to rock and roll for the 4th and final quarter. On first down, he'll drop to throw.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
It's second down and 10.
Green, the tight end, in motion. Here's Thomas. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. 6, and now it brings up third.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pink.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
And now back out comes the offense.
They have to like the position that they are in. Fourth quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT.
Looking to put a drive together. They'll start on the ground here on first down.
And a lane slowly materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45. Second down and 8.
Brings up second and 8.
Looking to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's good play. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
That's good for a first down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
They work now on second and 9.
Brings up second and 9.
He'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
Here is third and 5.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up third and 5.
Back to throw here.
Now he's going to step up and run.
And this won't be enough. Stopped a yard short after a gain of 3. Fourth down.
That was a good effort there trying to do it on his own, but as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you, and if you take off too quick to try and get him down, he might loft it over your head.
So better to track with your man defensively than try to go up and make a stop on the quarterback.
Exactly right. What you're hoping is that your guys in the front seven can get him down.
So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
But you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
He finds his man complete. That's Gomez. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. Flag comes in. This might be a free play.
Oh, tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Now they'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. Here's first and 5. Now a handoff up the middle. Clark. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
42 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Airs it out toward the corner of the end zone. And did he get the feet down? Yes, touchdown. Brenton Burson, 40 yards. And that interception key as it leads to the touchdown.
So a little bit of a letdown there, and now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Extra point good by Catanzaro. And the lead is trimmed down to 10.
Our home team, 20.
Catanzaro out now as he'll kick this one away.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense and their running back getting set to go once more. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, it's all been on display throughout.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Second and 10 at the 50-yard line.
They'll look to throw here. Caught. It's Dontrell Inman. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Quick throw complete into the flat-out left.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's a second down and 6.
Second and 6 at the 30-yard line.
They'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. A great effort there with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. The try here for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17.
Visitors, 37.
So that drive spanned 5 plays. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The home team's offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes a right read seemingly every time.
He finds his man complete. That's Gomez. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out.
First and 10 at the 30.
Now Thomas. He finds his man complete. It's Gomez.
From the 46, here's second and 3.
7-yard pickup brings up second and 3.
Thomas will look to throw.
Now he'll tuck this and run.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. 17 yards on the play as they try to eat into this 17-point deficit.
At the 38-yard line.
To throw is Thomas. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
A gain of 9 brings up second and 1 at the 29-yard line.
From the 29, Thomas. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
Another first down. First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
They'll look to throw here on first down. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10.
It's now 2nd and 10.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Complete to number 13. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Back to throw. Thomas.
He'll try and do this himself.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Their mobile, agile quarterback. His 3rd touchdown of the game and 4th on the year. And his guys are able to close that gap just a bit.
Defensively by now, you know his ability. You know he has it in him to take off and run.
Yeah, because they knew coming into this game, but we've already seen examples in this contest that he can run the football.
I think they're going to examine different ways to rush him now. Are they going to do it with different lanes? Are they going to use a spot? But they have to come up with options because right now, he's hurting them.
2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down.
Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the 4th quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
Right back to him on first down. And he just danced away from that one defender on his way to a gain of about 7 yards. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. On the give, this is their fullback. And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. 4th quarter, holding on to a lead. Fullback carry, 3 or 4 yards. I guess that's what you're looking for.
And it just brings back memories for me because I remember my coaches in this situation. I remember one time my head coach into his headset telling the offensive coordinator, I want the big boy carrying the ball. And that's what you have in this spot. Him covering up on the ball, taking care of it, and grinding out yardage.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's our visitors with a football as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground.
And he is going to have a first down here, and that should be the one that seals a victory.
1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee. So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors. And even playing on the road, the class of this ball club just too much to overcome.
Yeah, deep down, I think even the fans knew how this one was going to turn out. All right, they just came to support their team, hoped they'd see some good football, and they did. But they didn't really expect their team to win. In fact, they probably came in and said, let's win the tailgate. Because that's where we have the advantage, and I bet they did that.
So for our visitors, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the home team here, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.